Markets have been strong, but one stock that has not been over the last month is Apple. But is Apple about ready to play catch up? Mark Tepper and Matt Maley are your Trading Nation team today. Matt, Apple traditionally is weaker after a major product launch. We know that from history and our data partners can show and the data you provide, etc. Do you expect it also, like history says, to then turn around? Is Apple a good buy right now?
I must admit I'm a little bit more cautious on Apple than I had been. I've been quite bullish on the stock, but this new launch is a little bit different because we have, number one, the iPhone 8. It's not doing as well as the iPhone 7 had done, and then the iPhone X. There's still no guarantee that they won't have some glitches here in front of the all-important holiday season. So on a fundamental basis, I'm worried about that. But I'm also worried about that it and some of the other FANG stocks are becoming sources of cash as some of these groups that have been lagging badly for quite a while now, like the energy stocks and the financials, are starting to play catch up, and people are using that some of these FANG numbers stocks to raise some cash for those names. And however, on a technical basis, although it has broken its trend line from the election, the key is going to be the 142 level. It would have to break that level and make a key lower low before I really want to turn negative on the stock. But I'm definitely a little bit more cautious than I was just a couple of months ago before they had that new product launch.
Mark Tepper, are you an Apple owner?
Yes, we are. We own Apple. We like it. We look at this as really just a little bit of mean reversion, right? I mean, the stock's up 33% this year. What we saw happen in September is we saw the dollar strengthen for the first time this year, and obviously that hurts multinationals. So when you look at Apple, 60% of their revenues come from overseas. Even more important is that 65% of their revenues come from the iPhone. So I've said this before and I'll say it again, iPhone sales in China are extremely important. When you look at the growth rates that Apple experiences in the Americas, it's growing. The Americas are growing at 4% a year, whereas in Asia is growing at 16% per year. So the biggest thing that Apple needs to focus on right now is making sure that they can gain some traction on iPhone sales in China. You know, the issue is the price point on that iPhone 10 is like $1,000, and there are low-cost alternatives available to the consumer in China for $200-300. And since the Chinese are not invested in that Apple ecosystem, it's going to make sense for them to possibly pass on the $1,000 iPhone 10 and get something for a few $100. So that's the biggest thing Apple needs to focus on. We continue to like them, but that's their room for growth right there.
All right, Mark Tepper and Matt Maley. Matt a little more cautious on one of the most known and most owned stocks in the world. Gentlemen, thank you both. Appreciate that. Folks, check out the live version of Trading Nation and CNBC's Power Lunch. I'll see you there as well. Take care.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.